Ever wondered why black people, specifically African Americans and those descended of the transatlantic slave trade, have had it the worst out of all races generation after generation? The horrendous plights of our fathers and forefathers were subdued under the feet of the rulers who would change our lives drastically, as seemingly it appeared that God sat by and watched hundreds of years of atrocities happen to the very people he created with no interference. Whose fault is it? Is it theirs? Is it God's? No, it's ours. But ye are chosen, a royal priesthood, the chosen ones of God, the Hebrews. And there was a requirement for righteousness, but you Hebrews, the Negroes, failed miserably. You worshipped other gods, and God promised he would scatter you to the uttermost parts of the earth. Deuteronomy 28:48 through 68 says this: If you do not carefully follow all the words of this law, which are written in this book, and do not revere this glorious and awesome name, the Lord your God, the Lord will send fearful plagues on you and your descendants, harsh and prolonged disasters, and severe and lingering illnesses. He will bring on you all the diseases of Egypt that you dreaded, and they will cling to you. The Lord will also bring on you every kind of sickness and disaster not recorded in this book of the law, until you are destroyed. You who were as numerous as the stars in the sky will be left but few in number, because you did not obey the Lord your God. Just as it pleased the Lord to make you prosper and increase in number, so it will please him to ruin and destroy you. You will be uprooted from the land you are entering to possess. Then the Lord will scatter you among all nations, from one end of the earth to the other. There you will worship other gods, gods of wood and stone, which neither you nor your ancestors have known. Among those nations you will find no repose, no resting place for the sole of your foot. There the Lord will give you an anxious mind, eyes weary with longing, and a despairing heart. You will live in constant suspense, filled with dread both night and day, never sure of your life. In the morning you will say, if only it were evening, and in the evening, if only it were morning, because of the terror that will fill your hearts and the sights that your eyes will see. The Lord will send you back in ships to Egypt on a journey I said you should never make again. There you will offer yourselves for sale to your enemies as male and female slaves, but no one will buy you. We did not obey the Lord's commands, and because of that, generation upon generation, until the return of Christ, we will not be the great nation of Israel we once were. God scattered us, which is why we are where we are today. We did not uphold his laws. Deuteronomy 28 applies to the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade. To further gain an understanding, one must study. Click the link in the description box. Your eyes will open,